So, quick note before we start, I don't actually play on CN, meaning I don't have any gameplay to show you of BRS, and I also don't have access to the beta test for Global. So I'm going to be sort of pulling this character overview out of nowhere and hoping it sticks. So let's just get straight into it, yeah? Black Rock Shooter, or BRS for short, is an A-rank fire attacker who specializes in burst damage. So let's quickly go over what our orbs do first. For Red Orb Starblaze Edge, rapidly performs consecutive slashes towards the area ahead, dealing fire damage in a large area. This skill is automatically followed up by Flare Strike upon a 3-ping, dealing extra fire damage. Important notes for this skill are as follows. BRS gains super armor and 70% damage reduction while performing Flare Strike, which is the follow-up move. Also, Starblaze Edge is automatically used upon a switch into BRS. For Yellow Orb, Stellar Cross rushes towards the target and bombards the area ahead extremely quickly. This skill is automatically followed up by Starstream Bayonet upon a 3-ping, dealing even more damage. Upon using Starstream Bayonet, gains super armor and 70% damage reduction. Finally, the Blue Orb Bound Heart is very special indeed. Upon using Bound Heart, perform Otherworldly as Phosphorus, plus automatically ping Blue Orbs. When performing Otherworldly as Phosphorus, deal additional instants of fire damage based on the number of Blue Orbs. Blue Orbs will be converted into Bound Hearts, dealing 150% fire damage. For every Bound Heart consumed, the base damage of this attack is doubled. So, in layman's terms, Blue Orbs do big PP damage and you'll be building around these mainly. And now let's talk about our basic attacks. Oh, that's a lot of words. Well shit, here we go. Photon Hurricane is just your normal basic attack. This attack grants you stacks of Blazing Heart upon the 4th or 5th move of your basic attack sequence. Using Photon Cannon, dodging and not getting skill checked also give you stacks. Photon Strike consumes Blazing Heart to rapidly slash the target. They'll leap into the air and fire the cannon. If BRS has sufficient dodge meter, she will consume 250 dodge meter to avoid incoming attacks during the slashing move. When firing the cannon, holding basic attack allows up to 10 additional shots. Photon Cannon. Upon landing after firing the cannon in Photon Strike, release basic attack, or after finishing the 3rd move of basic attack sequence, tap basic attack. This move briefly charges the cannon and fires a powerful blast towards the target, gains additional energy, and gains super armor for a brief time. Releasing basic attack while BRS is in midair during Photon Strike instantly grants her brief damage reduction effect and blocks incoming damage. Skyfall Blade. During the animation delay after a burst drive, tap basic attack. This attack jumps into the air and throws a giant blade. Draws the blade after charging power and deals fire damage to targets in the area. While charging power, he gains super armor and 50% damage reduction. So many words. Well, it's not going to read itself, I guess. Her core passive has multiple parts to it, so we're just going to go down the list and talk about each part. Reflection Nebula. Upon a red or yellow 3-ping, continuously pinging red or yellow orbs during the animation allows BRS to cancel the previous skill and cast the skill afresh, dealing damage based on the number of orbs pinged when canceling. In addition, BRS gains the same number of orbs as the number of red and yellow orbs consumed upon performing Flare Strike or Starstream Bayonet. It should be noticed that BRS cannot gain blue orbs by any other means. Basic attacks only generate red or yellow orbs. Also, blue orbs are stacked above the red and yellow orbs cannot be pinged manually. Finally, for every time BRS performs a red or yellow 3-ping, she can cancel up to twice, and whenever she cancels or dodges successfully, it grants her blue orbs. Limitless. When performing Flare Strike or Starstream Bayonet, deal extra fire damage based on the total number of signal orbs pinged during the current sequence. Enhanced Strike. BRS accumulates strike energy upon performing Photon Hurricane, Strike Cannon, Starblaze Edge, or Stellar Cross. When strike energy is fully charged, performing Flare Strike or Starstream Bayonet increases their base damage. Strike energy requires 1000 points to be fully charged. Every basic attack grants 14 strike energy, every cannon shot in Photon Strike grants 21, and Photon Cannon grants 74 strike energy. Performing Starblaze Edge, Stellar Cross, or triggering Reflection Nebula grants a 100, 200, and 334 strike energy based on the number of orbs pinged. When strike energy is fully charged, performing Flare Strike or Starstream Bayonet will consume all strike energy and increase the base damage of the current cast by 100%. So, to break it down, consume ping so you get big numbers as quickly as possible. Okay, finally, something with a lot less words. The World Weaver has two variations, Burst Drive and Otherworldly as Phosphorus. Burst Drive performs a powerful piercing attack towards the targets ahead and activated Cerulean Eclosion. BRS is invincible while performing Burst Drive. While Cerulean Eclosion is active, BRS's fire damage increases by 15% and the state lasts for 10 seconds. And then Otherworldly's as Phosphorus charges the Black Rock Cannon and automatically consumes all bound hearts and energy to fire a powerful blast towards the target area. This also forcibly ends the Cerulean Eclosion state. Important note for Otherworldly as Phosphorus, it cannot be used while performing Flare Strike, Starstream Bayonet, or Skyfall Blade. For QTE is pretty simple, it just performs powerful slashes at the target, dealing 300% fire damage. And now we're going to talk about the ranks for anybody who plans on investing more than just base A rank on their BRS. S5 triggers all available QTEs. Double S increases BRS's fire damage by 25%. Performing Burst Drive rearranges all signal orbs into 3 pings. Double S3, while charging power in Skyfall Blade, BRS can trigger Reflection Nebula through red or yellow 3 pings and gain blue orbs upon drawing the blade based on the number of orbs pinged. Each signal orb pinged while BRS is charging power increases the base damage when drawing the blade, in the current cast of Skyfall Blade by 20%. If BRS successfully performs a 3 ping while charging power in Skyfall Blade, base damage of drawing the blade in the current cast of Skyfall Blade can be increased by 100% by consuming the buff granted by Enhanced Strike. Triple S. Base damage of Starblade's Edge, Stellar Cross, and Bound Heart increases by 70%. Upon using Photon Cannon, gain a signal orb of a random color. And now Triple S3. When performing Flare Strike, Starstream Bayonet, Limitless, and Skyfall Blade, fire damage increases by 30%. Double S3 6. When Cerulean Eclosion is active, BRS's attack increases by 15%. And finally, Triple S Plus. Extra damage bonus of Otherworldly S Phosphorus and Bound Heart increases by 20%. Overall, and this is just my opinion, low spenders and people who don't plan on actively using BRS and meta content don't need to go above Double S3. However, Triple S is a great stopping point for anybody who doesn't plan to go all out. Keep in mind that you're going to have to pull extra copies using black cards, so spend wisely. Another important note is if you do plan to use BRS and meta content, she will need her signature weapon and at least Triple S to compete with Leap Palefire with his Leap at Triple S. So to start, let's talk about whether you will want her weapon or not. Once again, if you plan to use her in any meta content, then you will absolutely need her signature weapon. It should also be noted that due to the fact that she uses a lot of pings, she may need more than one copy as deadline timing is the highest priority weapon resonance. If you don't plan to use her in meta content, then obviously it's up to you, the players, to decide if you want to pull it or not. And now her memories. For her main build and overall, you're going to want to run 4-piece Hannah and 2-piece Elizabeth. For memory resonance, you're going to want to resonate blue orbs on the top and signature move on the bottom. I personally don't recommend harmonizing this character seeing as Watanabe Epitaph is right around the corner, and he's going to be the fire team's main DPS, so you're going to want to save your harmonization units for then. BRS is a great unit to have and looks extremely fun to play. However, as far as meta content goes, she is simply outclassed by A-rank Lee Palefire and S-rank Lee Hyperreal. The only way she can keep up with Palefire is minimum Triple S and her signature weapon. Overall, she will need quite a bit of investment to be usable in meta content. Now, this is just what I've heard from CN players, and I haven't personally been able to test it myself, but looking at the numbers, it doesn't seem like they're wrong. That being said, meta is fun for some people, however, others aren't going to care about that. In which case, she is still worth building and investing in, depending on the player's preference, of course. With that, everyone, that's going to do it for my overview of BRS's kit. While I would have liked to use actual photos to show everyone of her kit, unfortunately, I don't have access to any, so this is the best I can do for her. If you liked the video, please hit that like and subscribe button, and I have a Discord where we talk all kinds of shenanigans, and you can go there if you need help with PGR or anything else. We have PGR Jesus in my Discord, by the way, and so that's at least worth checking out. I stream over at twitch.tv/MimicSouls. Take care, everyone, and I'll see you in the next video.